Hello everyone, it's Dr. Bhairavi, the Sky Priestess, trying to get the lighting at a different angle because I've moved around the sofa for a change. So as promised, I have launched the Changemaker session. So let me tell you about the new session and what it's already doing and what it promises to do and why you should go and book in for it. So, having been observing and watching and sensing the energy for the past few months in particular, I feel that there is a need for people to really understand how they are best placed to create change in this world. And as you know, even though I use astrology as a modality among many modalities, I do not see myself as an astrologer. I see myself as someone who understands the energetic signature of the stars and who interprets them in ways that resonate with spirit in a format that transcends words, that transcends concept, that transcends any kind of human system. And the way I learned astrology was not by learning it. It was an initiation that spontaneously happened, which is why I don't even use that language, because what I do with it is very different. And most of you know this anyway. So in the Changemaker session, what I am specifically focusing on is to help people understand, using a combination of spiritual intuition, gnosis, whatever guidance I receive directly from spirit, real world political experience at organizing and making change, academic analysis, and of course astrology where required. I am offering a holistic program, or rather a holistic session that in itself is a program, that will help you see how you can best show up to the world in need. As I have been saying consistently for years, whether you are a healer, whether you are a facilitator, whoever you are, your work needs to be sustainable. It needs to be supported by community. You need to pay your bills, and you can't afford to push yourself to burnout or to excess, because ultimately that is not going to help you. So what the Changemaker session does is it shows you at a practical level how can you effect change, what are the best timings, opportunities, networks, skill sets that you have access to, and if you don't have access to them where you are, how you can find access to the networks and communities and people and skill sets and windows of opportunity that will actually help move you into a more aligned frequency of the transformation of consciousness that this planet needs at this time. So it is a holistic session, and one that helps to craft a tailor-made, individualized plan so you can actually engage with the work of awareness raising and community building without having to second guess yourself. For those of you who have already, had sessions with me before, you know that my road isn't to tell you what to do. It is to show you what skills you have, what vulnerabilities you have, where did these vulnerabilities come from, how do you want to access your innate gifts, and what holds you back. That's what I do. What choices you make are your own. If it's something that I can help heal or facilitate, and it is my space and right to do so, I will do that. Otherwise, I will point you to people who can help you. And that is what I have always done. But with the Changemaker session, it's a lot more focused on that notion of collective work, on social activism. I mean, as most of you who have followed me for years know, I am not someone who has ever looked for fame or for growth for its own sake, or for, buckets and buckets and buckets of money. Because if I did, I would have just made this into a channel that would hook you with knowledge. And I don't do that. I give you what is needed, the bare minimum of what is needed. People who want more can join the Tier 23 program. But what is most important for you to grow, I provide that anyway. Because I do not believe in using this platform and this community as a means of making you dependent upon me or upon anyone else for that matter. So I give you what you need, and you take that and you run with it. But this session is for people who want to know more. This session is for people who want to specifically understand where, how, when, why they are best placed to make certain types of specific changes in the world. And it doesn't matter if you are new to it, if you are new to the idea of being in community, if you are new to the idea of social justice and activism. Yeah, that's fine. We can do the 101 version of this. And it doesn't matter if you, like me, who has done this, even as a child, I was already involved in social movements. So, it doesn't matter how many decades you've done it. How deep we go depends on where you are, what you need, how much experience you actually have with this. And I can talk to anybody. So for those of you who really want to learn how to engage in the most sustainable, in the most loving, in the fairest, the most equitable, and the most aligned way possible for you on your individual journey, on your individual path, then book the Changemaker session. Because I can already see that frequency of this particular session is already changing the energy of the community. And that is good, because I want the people who have a fire lit under them to be the ones following me. I don't want people who just want to kind of leech off others. I want people who want to give. I want people who want to build. I want people who want to stand up and do things. Those are the people I want around me. And from the moment I announced this session, changes have been happening. So that is good. Now, Spirit has guided me to make this a more affordable session, in the sense that I have lowered the price on this. It will still, help me pay my basic needs and income, but it will also make it that much more accessible to people who really want to show up. And that is what I am doing. So it is a 30-minute session. It is currently priced at $77 US. And it will give you a lot more than what you know how to do with for at least several months to come. The link to book is in the profile. And if you have any questions about this session, you can ask me. There's also a longer document on this on my website, theskypriestess.com, and it gives you a very detailed list of what you can expect to learn. So may the right people show up. May we light a collective fire in ways that are loving, sustainable, harmonious, and that honor ourselves, each other, and this community. Take care. Very many blessings.